So the Cowboys are making moves now, right? We went and got a Bennett, and trust me, I've been looking at it and reading a lot of comments, and I got a chance to look at some film. Look for the film session to come out probably tomorrow. But what I took from him is that he got an endless motor. He is 33 years old, though. 33 years old, long in the tooth. But what I'm looking at, the Cowboys are picking him up because of the simple fact that he'll be a bridge guy. One thing that I picked up from Stephen Jones, he was talking about the nature of, hey, we need depth as it relates to defensive edge rush. Now, I did see somebody make a comparison to Taco Charlton versus Bennett, and they were saying that, well, Taco got 3 sacks and Bennett got 2.5. There's a thing called quality sacks. A lot of times people look at the numbers, but if you look at the tape, you will see that Bennett would bring in more to the table because he can flex, he can roll into the inside, push that and collapse that pocket back as well. So a lot of times, do not, I'm going to repeat, please, guys, do not fall in love with stats. Fall in love with the film. Fall more so in love with the individual play if you wanted to evaluate players versus talent. Now, to me personally, Taco was a guy, to me, he was specifically a left defensive edge rusher. Cowboys tried to put him at right. It just didn't blend well with the team. And of course, he had some nuance going on with his antics as it relates to temperaments and things like that that didn't gel, that's the good better word, gel well with the staff. So, but I will say this though, the opportunity will be this with the Cowboys. If we come out on the second half of the season ready, locked, loaded, and focused, then nothing can stop us. If we can continue to be healthy on the offensive line, nothing can stop us. But we got this thing called injuries always fall into mix. Things that we just can't see, the intangibles, those things are always part of the game. That's just the reality of it, but we must be prepared to handle those challenges. That's what we call football. That's why football is football. It's one of the sports that you don't have a lot of games, so that lessons, or that pretty much, what word I want to say, what word I want to put in here, it eliminates the amount of, it eliminates the amount of mistakes that you can make, right? Baseball, you got multiple games you can go to once you make it to the playoff that you can win. Basketball, same way, Football is different. It's one and done. You lose, you out. You start all over next year. So all of the blood, sweat, and tears that you do and calculate through the off season, training camp, goes down the drain. So that's what makes football unique. That's why a lot of people love football. That's why it brings in so much revenue, because of the sudden death aspect of it, the gladiator feel of it, And I'm just looking at this particular team. In order for us to continue to do the things that we did last week and carry that energy on over, is that we have to play poised. We have to be smart about this game. And also we can't have a lot of tons of mistakes. Cowboy Nation, like I said with Bennett, I think that he will be a good rotational piece. He'll bring in wisdom and understanding of the front four and what they're trying to do as it relates to, hey, I've been to the Super Bowl before. We won multiple playoff games before. This is what you guys need to do in order to get there. I'm a strong believer in a person with experience. Now, the bridge aspect of it. What can he give back to the other players that, like the Dorrance Armstrongs of the world, even Kerry Hyder? What can he give back to them? And that will be the major shine or bright light to those situations. Cowboy Nation, let's continue to grind. Let's take this thing one day at a time. Let's not focus too much on the small things. The bigger picture will be this. Win one game at a time. Believe it or not, it's simple, but yet complex. Just win your game, win your day-to-day operations. Everything else will be fine. And speaking of fine, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace.